Let's talk about what it's going to take for you to really see real money in this cleaning business.
Headed to the top, there ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring, Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids, own property. Bubble-eyed beans that look like that be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes. I'm flashing for. I'm on my grind, not no more fashion show.
What's up, y'all? I'm AJ Simmons, founder of the Clean Biz Network, and today I just want to talk about what it's really going to take, all of the things that you're going to have to do in order to be successful in the cleaning company and see some real money in it. And it's this, man. This just translates to any type of business for real, anything in general. Like if you want to be successful in anything, number one, you got to go the extra mile, dog. You can't think that you only going to do just enough. No, I mean, you can't just think you're going to do just enough to get paid. That's what employee-minded people do, right? You go to work, you do just enough not to get fired, right? You do just enough to get through the day because you're getting paid for your time, right? Well, in entrepreneurship, you're getting paid for the work that you perform, okay? So if you don't perform at an outstanding level, then you won't receive outstanding pay. And it just is what it is. That's why a lot of times salespeople in particular and people that work on commission typically make great entrepreneurs if they decide to cross over, because they're used to getting paid for their performance and not just paid for their time, right? And that's how entrepreneurship works. So a lot of times I hear people complain and be like, well, I went out there and did this job and it took me 8 hours to do it, and I was only supposed to be there for 5 hours. And it's like, dog, it don't matter. As long as you did a good job, that's what really matters. Because what that really means is you want to bid on the job, right? Because you name your price. So you really can't get mad at nobody if it took you longer than what you expected, right? You named your price. It took you 3 hours longer. Okay, well, let's just do the math, though. If you bid right on it, especially if this was a one-time job, if you bid right, you still made decent money anyway, even if it took you extra 3 hours, right? So do the math on it. If you still made okay money on it, don't cry about it. Just bid better the next time, right? And then also remember this. A lot of times when you inexperienced and you just learning in the game, it's going to always take you a little longer than what it's supposed to until you learn the tricks of the trade and learn how to clean faster, right? So that's the first thing, man. Always be willing to go the extra mile. And sometimes if you got to work and be underpaid for the work that you did, so be it, right? Sometimes you're going to have to work for free, all right? Sometimes you're going to have to work for free or even lose money on a job, and you just learn from an experience and build. You don't cry about it. You don't bitch about it. You don't say, oh, I hate this cleaning industry. It ain't no money in it. No, it's definitely money. It's multi-million-dollar companies out here. You know what I mean? Multi-million-dollar companies out here in the cleaning industry, right? But you just got to build your way and learn from your mistakes and don't cry about it. You know what I mean? You got to learn from that and actually be willing to go that extra mile to always please your customer. I had customers where they would say something about the floors, right? They wanted them to shine more. I already owned a high-speed buffer, so I would just go ahead and bring my machine out and buff it right quick. A smaller floor wouldn't take me too long with an extra hour that night. Just knock it out. They've been my customer 3-4 years. I don't need the extra $200. Go ahead and knock it out just to make them happy, right? And I let them know I did it so they can recognize the extra effort that was put into it. You know what I mean? And it takes you a long way to just go ahead and do that one extra thing, right? Or before they even ask for it. They don't even have to complain. I just go ahead and knock it out, and next thing they know, they see some, oh, our floor's looking shiny today. Oh, yeah, I decided to just provide you with a complimentary floor above just to knock it out, right? A lot of times, especially with COVID going on and everything, you can add on disinfectant service. Just put it in your monthly, at one time a month. Complimentary, we're going to hose it down for you, right? We're going to do the disinfectant service for you. Just include a complimentary. We appreciate you being a customer, and we want to make sure you guys stay safe here, right? Little stuff like that goes a long way in this business, right? So that's number one. Go the extra mile. Don't worry about nickel and diamond and trying to get every little penny for the time that you put in. Stop thinking about time, okay? That's employee stuff. We ain't even on that. We ain't on that. As entrepreneurs, you can't afford to be on that. You get paid for your performance. And the more that you're directly providing value to people, the higher you'll be paid. Whether you get it now or you get it in the long run, I promise you it's going to translate. And then also, number two, customer service, dog. If you don't have the great customer service where you're willing to go above and beyond, same principle, just instead of when it comes to cleaning, now you're going above and beyond to serve the customer directly when you're speaking to them, right? Never. It should never, ever, 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 ever be a time where you feel like you got to fuss with a client, right? Or you feel like you got to argue with them. right? Now you can correct them and educate them, right? So if they come in and they tell you, oh, y'all didn't mop that floor over there last night, I don't know why they're not mopping, they want to fuss at you, right? You can walk them over and say, well, excuse me, could you mind showing me the areas that you feel like weren't mopped? Oh, the whole floor. Okay, well, could you just could we walk over here and look at it together, please? And they come down and then we like, okay, well, I was here last night. I know that it was mopped, so like, what is making you feel like we did it mop? Did you happen to have it on camera or anything? But keep a calm demeanor, right? But you can still discuss this, right? And so they might say, okay, well, no, what happened was uh, I went to go pick something up and I took a wet paper towel and I wiped the floor with the paper towel, right? And I took my foot and I rubbed it and I picked it up and it was black. But what they don't realize is, okay, the pressure of their body with their foot on top of that paper towel is equivalent to a machine scrub, right? So they probably just need a machine scrub, or they might need a scrub and recoat, right? But you can educate them on things like that, right? As you as the professional, but what you can't do is get to fussing with them. Well, how you gonna tell me if you ain't got a camera? How you gonna tell me that ain't mopped the floor? Just, like, it's never, ever, ever. Like, you can't do that. You're never gonna get anywhere in business, right? And I don't care. You might feel like, well, I'm the CEO of the company, and she's just a worker, or he just a worker. No, 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 no. Are you above anybody just because of a title that you have? Absolutely not, right? And just like they're not above you just because they're your customer, right? But you have to even if they lose their sense of respect and their sense of logic, right, and composure, that don't mean you have to join them there. You know what I mean? Just educate them if they need educating, right? And then also, shit, sometimes you got to fire the customer. Maybe they just an asshole, right? They're just too difficult. But you got to, before you fire a customer, always, always, no matter what, listen. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you learn more than you ever will. From what? From losses, right? Failures always teach you way more than wins do, right? And so when you get a complaint, it'll feel like a loss, right? It'll feel like a little bit of a failure. But I'm going to tell you right now, you can learn so much from the complaints. That's why you like it, and it takes patience. A lot of times, especially if you get those long emails from a client, hey, if you gotta ignore that email for about 4 hours first before you get back to it, breathe and woosah before you get back to it, do that. But eventually you get to it and then you listen to it and really try to learn from it. Okay, what are we doing? Why did we miss that trash can she's complaining about? Why is she saying the floor is sticky? Right? Why is she saying that the back of the toilets ain't getting hit, right? And you go in there and you look at it and then you see, oh, this lady wasn't bitching. We really did miss the back of the toilets, right? Now I got to go talk to John and see why he wasn't hitting the back of the toilets, right? And maybe you need to work out a plan and say, okay, John, I know that it's extremely time consuming and it's stressful on your back to keep bending down every single night to hit the back, them little screws on the back of the toilet, right? But this is what we're going to do. It's a 5-day-a-week account. If you hit them on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I promise you it'll look just as clean as if you did it every day, right? That's little tricks of the trade that you learn as you build. And as a matter of fact, you don't even have to like do that like as a shortcut. You can build that into your scope of work. Okay, you can make, just like if you look at some of the scope of works in my mobile app called Calculated Clean, right? And you can create digital proposals on that. If you look on there, it has like different tasks for the scope of work, right? And like the first 4 things up there is your basics, right? Clean what is it? Wipe all horizontal surfaces, vacuum, mop, dust. Those first 4 things you're going to do daily, right? So you put daily on that one. But then you got some other things like dust the baseboards, high dusting, clean the blinds, spot mop windows, stuff like that. Not spot mop, spot clean windows, right? Certain things are going to be weekly tasks, right? Certain things are going to be bi-weekly tasks. Certain things are going to be monthly tasks, right? Because if you did all of those things in it every single time you went, that's called a deep clean, right? So you're not going to do every single thing every single time, right? But what you do want to do is make sure that it all gets done to a point where the customer isn't complaining and you're not missing it, right? And that's a part of going the extra mile. When you go in there every single time, when you go in there to clean, and then while you cleaning, you say, oh, damn, I got to hit those the little screws behind the toilet. Just do it. Take the 10 extra seconds, bend your back over. I know it hurt. You just dumped 25 trash cans already. But just do it. Your back going to hurt regardless. That's what I always used to tell myself when I was out there and I didn't want to take the extra 10 seconds to tie the knot on the trash can. I just wanted to just do the sheepdog look, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about with the sheepdog look? Like this, where it's just hanging. Nah, man, I ain't throwing my cleaning company under the bus. I changed this myself. They did have it tied, right? But But I mean, so you decide not to tie it because you're just trying to hurry up. No, take the extra 5 seconds, extra 10 seconds, tie that bag up, and keep it moving. It makes all the difference. If you dump a trash can inside the little brute rolling trash can that you got, if you dump the trash can, because you know all the time you don't have to pull the whole trash can liner, right? You can just dump it, right? But guess what? If it's gum at the bottom, go ahead and pull the damn liner out and just replace it and tie the knot on there. Right? So every time you can't just dump it. Sometimes you're going to have to change it. And that extra 10 seconds, that extra 1 minute makes all the difference. It took 1 extra minute. Okay, so you're leaving the building 10 minutes later than you usually would, right? Oh, you're leaving the building 30 minutes later than you usually would. So what? That 30 minutes made a difference and saves you the customer that you have, right? It saves your whole business some revenue now because you took the extra time to go the extra mile. And you know what? It really ain't even the extra mile, just doing what you agreed to do, right? It's just doing what you really agreed to do. But you know why? It feels like the extra mile because nobody else, most of these other cleaning companies and most people ain't doing what they're supposed to do. Everybody trying to cut corners, right? So you be the one that say, you know what, I'm just going to do what I said I was going to do. We said we're going to vacuum the floor every night. Fuck it, we're going to vacuum the floor every night. We said we're going to mop every time. This floor don't really look like it need mop, but you know what? I'm going to mop it today, every time. Every single time. You know what I mean? And that's the discipline that's going to get you to that next level. Never losing your cool while dealing with the customer. Always keeping your composure and having a learning mentality. When they come with a complaint, you listen to learn. You don't listen to respond and argue with them and say, yes, we did do that. It's almost never a time when you got to retaliate with, yes, we did. No, you lying. Like, how you could tell a customer they lying? You know what I mean? So that's little stuff, dog, that if you can get past your feelings, like, keep your feelings out of it. Even when you cleaning, when you don't do something, why you ain't do it? Because you didn't feel like, right? Fuck what you feel like. Do what you agreed to do. That's business, doing exactly what you said you're going to do. All right? So, like, these are the little things. I know I don't discuss that type of stuff like I used to, but I said I'm going to start touching on this a little more because a lot of people are starting to get away from it. Y'all trying to jump into this thing and just figure out the easy money, right? Y'all keep seeing me with all these testimonials and people bringing in $30,000 a month, $25,000 a month, all these big numbers, right? But you missing the part when they saying that they 18-hour days sometimes, right? Where they working 7 days a week sometimes, right? Where they hiring and firing and struggling trying to build and build this company and find the right people, but they figure it out, right? Because they go the extra mile and clean the right way. And that's how they're able to get referrals to get more customers, right? This is the stuff that it takes. This is the stuff that I did to get the six-figure cleaning company, right? And that's what it's going to take for you. Always stay positive. Like, while you out there cleaning, put your little headphones on and listen to some law of attraction videos. Listen to my stuff. Listen to some Napoleon Hill Think and Grow Rich. Listen to audiobooks. Download Audible. You know what I mean? All of this stuff will make a difference. It'll better you. It'll humble you, right? To put you in a mind state that you want to serve people and better yourself. You know what I mean? And you want to provide the best possible experience for your customer that you possibly can. And I promise you that'll take your company to the next level. And once you're doing that as the leader of the company, watch how that trickles down to your workers as well. Because they know the standard now. You know what I mean? So if you really want to see real money, you want to see 6 figures a month. You know what I mean? You want to see 6 figures a year. You want to see $1 million. Whatever you're trying to see, these are the fundamentals that it's going to take, dog. Just do what you're supposed to do when you get out there. Don't worry about the time. The time going to get better. You know what I mean? Definitely track it to make sure that the account is bid properly. Because if it's not bid properly, and how do you know if it's bid properly? Because it's taking you entirely too long to clean it. And if you do the math and divide it based on it and see what you're making per hour, you'll see, all right, I'm actually not profiting enough, or I'm not making the scale of what I'm supposed to make in this industry, right? But if you keep cleaning it over and over and you're not getting any faster, now it's like, okay, we can go have that conversation about the fact that you underbid the contract. And I got a video on that on this channel about what to do when you underbid, right? But most of the time, it's simply you're not experienced enough in cleaning and you just got to perfect it. And it took me years of cleaning for other cleaning business owners, subcontracting under them, right? And I always teach you guys, don't subcontract. Don't go through franchise. Go get the full bag. Stop taking crumbs, right? But in the beginning, you might have to take a little bit of crumbs. You might have to learn under some more experienced people. I definitely had to. That took me a long way. You know what I mean? I used to completely ignore the cobwebs over the door. until the OGs in the game had to come get me and say, no, that's part of it. Get you a broom and knock them down. Right? Before I ain't know to get them vents, them dusty ass vents in the bathrooms, right? Just up there. I'm thinking because I cleaned the toilet good, I cleaned the sink good, but I didn't think about the top of the partitions of the stall walls, right? You know what I mean? It's little stuff like that that you learn over time, but the more you do it, the better you'll get, and the more that you continue just trying to improve yourself, you will eventually continue to improve your business because you're improving your work ethic, and it'll pass down to your team as well. All right? So if you haven't already, go to cleanbiznetwork.com, man, and see how we can help you with our cleaning business starter kits. If you're trying to grow your cleaning company, we got lead generation. You know what I mean? And so we'll set the appointments for you. You get out there, just close the deal. Guaranteed appointments, or you get a refund. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. So download the Calculated Clean mobile app as well. I created that app for you to make sure you're not underbidding, right? To make sure you do have good proposals, right, with the right scope of work and everything. So check us out, man. I'm AJ Simmons. That's what I got for y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon.
Thank you for watching my video, and make sure you hit that like button if you liked the video, because I know you did, and also hit subscribe, and right beside that subscribe button is going to be a notification bell. You gotta click that, because guess what? You never know when I'm gonna go live. As a matter of fact, I might go live right now, so make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss my videos, all right? And if you want to start or grow your business, check out cleanbiznetwork.com, all right? We have cleaning business starter kits. We have a lead generation service to help you grow your cleaning business, all type of stuff. And also, don't forget to download the Calculated Clean mobile app as well, all right? So that's what I got for y'all until you click another video and go watch, man. Watch another video, why not? Binge on it.